Well, the Islamic State has released yet another video publicizing a great deal of attacks on the Egyptian army in the North Sinai desert. While the group's previous videos have been dominated by footage of spectacular attacks, this new film is mostly dedicated to guerrilla strikes against military outposts in the desert. It ends with a car bomb in the North Sinai's provincial capital, El Arish, last month. As a result, a dawn-to-dusk curfew is now in place across the restive eastern peninsula, where Sinai province, which is a group loyal to ISIS, is locked in battle with Egypt's army. Well, for updates concerning both matters as regards the demise of the Muslim Brotherhood leader, as well as ISIS releasing a video of its attacks, we're being joined live from Cairo by the Voice of America's Heather Murdock. Heather, it's great to see you again. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Now, how are Egyptians reacting to the news of the death of the Muslim Brotherhood leader?
Egyptians are exactly on this issue. People that support the Muslim Brotherhood or people that are anti-government, not necessarily pro-Muslim Brotherhood, will say that Ismail was killed basically by neglect. The Muslim Brotherhood has put out a statement saying that he was not brought to the hospital in time, and therefore authorities are responsible for his death, which they say was a stroke. People that support the government or are anti-Muslim Brotherhood, and again, you can be either or both, will say that this is a man that was sick in jail and he died, and it's not anyone's fault. They did bring him to the hospital when they knew he needed health care. And the government's also reporting that he died of liver failure, not stroke.
Now, is there the slightest chance that we could see demonstrations from Brotherhood supporters in days to come?
Yes. I mean, this is an interesting thing. Protesting is actually illegal in Egypt at the moment, and a lot of people are in jail for it. There will be protests in the near future for sure, maybe not specifically about his death, because the Muslim Brotherhood says that there are thousands of people in jail or killed in the past 2 years. However, the protest scene is much different. For example, last night I heard about something they're calling a butterfly protest or a flash protest, where apparently, now I didn't see this myself, but apparently a huge crowd of people showed up in Tahrir Square and protested against the government for something like 30 seconds, at least as I was told by a witness, that it happened so fast they couldn't even get downstairs out of their apartment to find out really what was going on. And then the people dispersed and just ran away before the police could get there, before the news could cover it.
Now, let me shift the attention to this new release by the Islamic State. This video, about attacks, basically, in Egypt. Is it authentic? Have you had a chance to see it?
I have seen the video, and it does appear to be authentic. It does, have a similar quality and theme, like same music, same logo as the other Islamic State videos. But as you said before, it is very different. It doesn't depict one spectacular event, and but it does show guerrilla attacks, and it also shows that they have some heavy weaponry out there in the desert. What I think is interesting about this is that the Islamic State didn't necessarily come into Egypt. There were anti-government militants fighting in Sinai already, and they claimed allegiance to the Islamic State. They also, prior to their claim of allegiance, were making their own videos. So whether this is a video that was made by the Islamic State or just made to look similar to their new friends, it's not clear to me.
Okay, just while I let you go, with all these developments that we've seen this week alone, what's the atmosphere like in Egypt? Is it calm or is it tense?
Well, Egypt has been in turmoil for a while, so I mean it's fairly calm. The larger part of Egypt doesn't react strongly to attacks in Sinai, in the danger zones. They do have a strict curfew there, and I know people are worried when they're closer to the fights. I think what's stronger here right now is a sense of just basic injustice. People feel like these militants are attacking the government, yet civilians get caught in the crossfire. They can't speak out against the militants if they live nearby because they're afraid of getting attacked, and they can't speak out against the government because they're afraid of being arrested and accused of supporting the militants.
Well, Heather Murdock, as always, it's been lovely having you join us on the program. Thank you for clearing things up for us. We wish you well. Please stay safe.
Thank you.
Well, you've got the updates concerning security in Egypt. We'll take a break now, and then we look at security right here at home in Nigeria, specifically in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Please stay with us.